floor. He had the top 3 or 4 floors of the World Trade Center, the North Tower of the World Trade Center. And every day Howard got up and went to work early. He'd always go in and he'd go to work early, and he'd be there 6 o'clock in the morning. And as you know, the hit was around 8:45 or something like that. So he would have been there on almost any day other than this, because his wife was very angry at him because he wouldn't deliver his child to school. She said, "You never take..." Who is the child? Let me see. Where's the child? Lou, you saved your father's life. You saved your father's life, huh? Should hold that against. You're going to leave him more than the other kids, right? Well, so he took, what is your first name? Kyle. He took Kyle. Kyle, congratulations. Nice job. But he took Kyle that one day to school. After years, he finally said, "Okay, I'll do it." And that's the only time. So he was actually riding down the West Side Highway, and he saw the plane hit. And it's an amazing, and the rest is history. And your brother was in there too, I think, right? Yeah. And it was just it's a big story. And every single Cantor Fitzgerald employee who was at work that day lost their lives, which was almost 100% of the company. And Howard lost more than 650 friends because they were all friends. They had a really well-unified, just highly respected company, a lot of talent in that company. But the employees, loved ones, including his brother and best friend, and most people would have been defeated. They would have probably gone on to not too much. But Howard rebuilt the company step by step, and as he did it, he gave a tremendous amount of the profits and other things to his colleagues who were killed in the World Trade Center on that horrible day. And it showed something about Howard that's really incredible, his resilience. It's very few people could have even thought of doing it, but his resilience and tenacity have earned him the respect and admiration of everyone in the financial world. But more importantly, Howard understands from personal experience why we put America first, because we love our families, we love our fellow citizens, and we love our country so much. And he really loves his country, and I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think so. And he's got so many friends in New York and Wall Street and elsewhere. And he has he's a relationship person, and they're always the best. And he's the best at it. As Secretary of Commerce, Howard will work tirelessly to protect our workers and our wealth and grow our economy into the strongest in the history of the world. You know, when he rebuilt the company, it actually became much bigger and much stronger than the original company, which is almost impossible to do. It became hotter than even the original Cantor Fitzgerald. But he's going to be unmatched as an emissary working to get jobs and investments. And his favorite word, and I'm going to move him down to 4th favorite word. First is family, love, God. Not necessarily that order, by the way. I think let's put God first. All right? We'll put God first. You know why? Because we don't want to take any chances. That's why. But I did that once. I said I put tariff is my favorite word. Well, and the fake news went out and they really got me, I'll tell you. They said, "What about God, family, relationship?" A couple of words. And I said, "You're right." And so I made it now my 4th favorite word. And Howard, I think, you'll go along with me, number 4, maybe even number 5 or 6. But he really understands something about business. And we have been called by so many companies. Yesterday we had Tim Cook of Apple in, who's going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in the country because of what we're doing. And we have many, many companies, too many to even mention. They're coming roaring back into this country. And it'll take maybe a little time, but not that much time. You're going to see things that you've never seen before at a level that you've never seen before. And Howard's going to lead that charge, and he'll help oversee the tariff and trade agenda along with many other things. We'll soon impose reciprocal tariffs, because that means they charge us, we charge them. It's very simple. Whatever a company or a country such as, let's say, India or China or any of them, whatever they charge, we want to be fair. So reciprocal. Reciprocal meaning they charge us, we charge them. We haven't done that. We've never done that. We were getting ready to do it until COVID hit. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world, and we were just getting started. But the tariffing, and it's going to be very interesting. Howard's going to be in charge of it, and I think you're going to see jobs and money flowing into the country like never has been seen before as we reduce inflation, unleash energy, bring down costs, bring back manufacturing, and lead the world in innovation. Families will flourish and opportunities will skyrocket. We will skyrocket like people haven't seen. It's going to be a really big thing, and I wouldn't feel the same confidence if I didn't have this man on my left. And even though he spent a little bit of his time in life as a Democrat from New York, I'm okay with it because I knew him during his Democrat days, and that's okay. But I just want to say that he is going to help very strongly make America wealthy again, make America great again, and there's nobody that can do the job better. So, Mr. Secretary of Commerce, I just welcome you aboard. There's nothing you can do so big as this. There is no deal you can do that's bigger. Every deal. That's why you can never go back into business because it seems like small potatoes, no matter how big it is, including even Cantor Fitzgerald. It's all small potatoes compared to what we're doing now. So it's a great honor to have you and your family aboard. Thank you very much, and thank you very much in particular. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, first, I'd like to thank you, President Trump. It is the greatest honor to work for you, to be with you, to carry your name, your leadership, and your flag throughout the world. The press has no idea who the gentleman to my left is. They portray him in all sorts of ways, but I know him as the smartest, most thoughtful, and most intuitive person I've ever met. And it's amazing to be in this room and to work for him. I have to my right my friend J.D. Vance, who was kind enough even to introduce me to the Senate, and he gave me the greatest compliment. He called me a good dude. So I have really the most wonderful family. I have my wife, Allison. We've been married for 30 years. And I always, when I come home, because I come home late at night, I walk in the door and I yell, "Hello, greatest wife." She's just an amazing girl. My 4 children, Kyle, who you know has saved my life, so now this is going to cost me dearly. My son, Brandon, my daughter, Casey, my son, Ryan, and my sister, Edie, my 2 brothers-in-law, Gary and Rick, my sister-in-law, Abby. I mean, this is as beautiful a day as you could have. The opportunity that the Trump administration is going to bring to America is so extraordinary. You know, people think the golden age is a statement. It's like saying MAGA, make America great again. This is the greatest country on earth. It is such a great country that we can take care of our citizens and give them their Social Security. We can take care of everyone and give them their Medicaid. But we're going to get rid of so much waste, fraud, and abuse. We're not going to hurt anybody, but we're going to get rid of it. And then we are going to grow this economy in a way that people have never seen. And under the Trump administration, my goal, and I'm happy to wear it on my shoulders, is we are going to balance the budget of the United States of America because Donald Trump understands global business. It's the first time you put in that chair the greatest businessman in the United States of America. And I just, for one, I have to tell you, I cannot be more proud to serve my great friend and the greatest president in America, Donald J. Trump.
So now we get to swear Howard in. Now we need the actual.
We need to sign the commission first.
Sign the commission first, okay, Mr. President. We're going to sign the commission first. I can't swear him in, I guess, until you sign the commission. Yes, sir.
You ready? You sure? It's the last time. You can change your mind until
I get to work for you right here. It's better than this. This room never looks so beautiful.
It does. And then, how do you like the new look? Now, the desk is a different desk. It's one of 7, but the Resolute desk is being renovated and refurbished after many, many years of service. It'll be back in 4 weeks, in case anybody missed it, which a lot of people do. Okay, Howard. You're in.
All right, now Howard, come next to your beautiful wife and your beautiful family here. Put your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Howard Lutnick,
I, Howard Lutnick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same.
that I take this obligation freely,
I will take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, there are reports that you were considering merging the United States Postal Service with the Commerce Department. Can you elaborate on if this is something you're
Well,
considering?
we want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. And we're thinking about doing that, and it'll be a form of a merger, but it'll remain the Postal Service, and I think it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years. It's been just a tremendous loser for this country. Tremendous amounts of money are being lost. And I think that it'll be very good and keep it a very similar way, but whether it's a merger or just using some of the very talented people that we have elsewhere so it doesn't lose so much. It's losing a tremendous amount of money.
Mr. President, some members of Congress in red districts are facing pushback from voters in town halls. We know that Americans voted for you on the immigration and the economy, but these voters say they're angry and frustrated by these firings. They don't like the work of Elon Musk and these other actions. What do you say to them?
Who do you work for?
I work for ABC News, sir.
Who?
ABC News.
No wonder. Let me just tell you that I have today the highest poll numbers I've ever had. I have today the highest poll numbers of any Republican president ever. We haven't even checked the Democrats, but that's what I was just told. And they like the job that we're doing. They like the job that Elon's doing. He's doing something that a lot of people wouldn't have the courage to do. We want to streamline our country. We want to streamline, because you know why? Because we want our country to survive and thrive. And we're finding billions and billions of dollars of waste, fraud, and abuse. Billions, and I mean numbers like you wouldn't believe. And we haven't even started yet. So it's actually just the opposite. We've polled it, and people are thrilled. They can't even believe it's happening. And it won't affect many people. It'll only affect the people that get caught stealing. The waste, fraud, and abuse is at a level like nobody's ever seen. It's been going on for years. And all you have to do is look at the Social Security rolls, look at some of the things, look at where the money is going. The Attorney General's looking into something, environmental protection, $20 billion. And it's out and out fraud. So I think the people are very happy. Yes, please.
Mr. President, I want to ask you about this week, the Secretary spent 4 hours with the European Union trade representative. The European Union has signaled that they would lower tariffs and do a trade deal with the United States.
Yeah, the European Union wants to come back. They've treated us very badly, and the European Union wants to lower their tariffs because of the fact we were paying a fortune of tariffs. We couldn't sell a car there. We couldn't sell our farm products there. They wouldn't take anything. Now all of a sudden they're being very nice, and that's going to happen with a lot of others too. The European Union is wanting to lower its barriers at very low levels. They want to now bring their car number, which was extremely high, down to 2.5%, which is the same thing that we charge. That's reciprocal. See, that's what is happening, reciprocal. And I think it's a big start in the right direction with the European Union.
Mr. President, there are reports that you called President Zelensky of Ukraine a dictator. Do you think that President Putin of Russia is also a dictator?
I think that President Putin and President Zelensky are going to have to get together, because you know what? We want to stop killing millions of people. You have young soldiers being killed. If you saw the pictures that I saw of the battlefield from satellite, you've never seen any pictures like that. Soldiers are being killed by the thousands a week, thousands of soldiers a week. As we speak, they're being killed. That's why I want to see a ceasefire, and I want to get the deal done. I think we have a chance to get the deal done. I had to make sure that Russia wanted to do it. It's a war that would have never happened if I was president, but it did happen. So I got stuck with it, and I want to stop people from being killed. You know, it doesn't affect the United States very much. It's on the other side of the ocean. It does affect Europe. And we've put in 3 times more money. We're in for $300 billion. They're in for $100 billion. And, you know, Europe is also doing it in the form of a loan. Biden just gave them money. There was no loan. There was no security. There was no anything. So we're going to either sign a deal or there's going to be a lot of problems with them. So we're going to sign a deal to get security because we have to do that. We're spending our treasure. They're spending their blood. They are. And they're very brave and, you know, in every way you can imagine. But we are spending our treasure on a country that's very, very far away. And it's okay. But we have to be treated the same as Europe is being treated. Europe gets their money back. Europe is basically giving nothing because they get it back in the form of a loan. And it's a guaranteed loan. We don't get our money back. And we're losing. I mean, we don't want to do that anymore. So we're signing an agreement, hopefully in the next fairly short period of time, that will assure us that we'll get $400 or $500 billion back. We're in there for $300 billion. Now, one other thing. Europe is at 100. We're at 300. We think it has to equalize. In other words, they have to come up with more money because it has a big effect in Europe. It doesn't have much of an effect on us because we have a big, beautiful ocean in between. But it does affect. And Biden should have never gotten us into this mess. We had an incompetent president who got us into a mess. But we're going to get you out of it. The same thing in the Middle East. We're going to have some good news in the Middle East. What happened yesterday, the sight of those babies was not acceptable to anybody. Nobody's seen anything like it.
Mr. President, are you going to Moscow? There's a report out of France that you're going to Moscow on May 9th.
No, I'm
to
not.
join President Putin.
I'm not.
And then if I could, sir, just ask you about Kash Patel, who's going to be sworn in soon as your FBI director. Talk to us about your reaction to him getting sworn in and the fact that many agents across the country are concerned that they will be fired en masse for simply just doing their jobs.
No, I think the agents are very happy about Kash. In fact, the agents led the charge for Kash. One of the reasons I loved Kash and wanted to put him in is because of the respect the agents had for him. I think he'll go down as the best ever at that position. And it turned out he was very easy to get approved. You know, I was not sure. He's a tough guy, strong guy. He has his opinions, and I wasn't sure. He turned out to be he went very smoothly. I don't know if he's in the room now. He's going to be in the room very shortly. Where is he? Oh, good. I'm saying the right thing. I can't speak too badly about him. I better be careful. I will say this about Kash, and Howard understands this. One of the reasons that I wanted him is because the agents love this guy and they respect this guy, and this is what they wanted. And even somebody like Trey Gowdy, who's a very good guy, but known as somewhat of a moderate person, he came out with a statement that was so incredible. He said, Kash is an incredible person. People don't realize it. When he said that, there was no doubt left. It was really a big statement made by somebody that's respected and on the moderate side. And I will tell you, I think Kash is going to go down as maybe the best ever when it's done. So I'm glad he's willing to do it. Thank you, Kash.
Tim Cook a little bit more. You talked about.
What?
Could you speak a little bit more about your meeting with Tim Cook? You said that he was going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars. There's specific projects that he spoke to you about. What were those?
All over the country. He's going to start building, and he doesn't want to pay tariffs. And he's going to start building, but very big numbers. You have to speak to him. I assume they're going to announce it at some point, but very big numbers. He was here yesterday. I met with him at length, and Apple is coming here with tremendous dollars. They're going to be spending a lot of money in the United States, more than they've ever spent by a factor of probably 10.
Did you reporting that you were signing a memo later to counter digital service taxes?
Well, will you speak? I mean, what are you doing, reading it?
Yeah,
Can't you just say it without having to read it?
My question?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Bloomberg, we're reporting that you're expected to sign tariffs or a memo later on tariffs on digital taxes. Is there any idea how high you might go with
We are going to be
tariffs?
doing that. Digital, what they're doing to us in other countries is terrible with digital, so we'll be announcing that. Are we signing it maybe today?
Today.
And we'll talk about that in a little while. You'll be here.
Are you going to put the secretary in charge of the Postal Service?
He's going to look at it. He's got a great business instinct, which is what we need. And he'll be looking at it, and we think we can turn it around. But it is the Postal Service. I mean, we're leaving the Postal Service, but we're losing so much money with the Postal Service, and we don't want to lose that kind of money. So the Secretary and some others that have talent, that kind of talent, we'll be looking at.
So how close are you to a minerals agreement with Ukraine, Mr. President?
What?
How close are you to striking a minerals deal?
I think we're
with
pretty
Ukraine?
close, yeah. I think they want it, and they feel good about it, and it's significant. It's a big deal. But they want it, and it keeps us in that country, and they're very happy about it. But we get our money back. This should have been signed long before we went in. This should have been signed by Biden, but Biden didn't know too much about what he was doing. The war should have never happened, number one. When it did happen, it could have been settled the first week or 2 weeks. After that, it got bad. It got really bad. But it should have never happened, and it should have been settled, and it could have been settled very easily at the beginning. Now it's tougher, but we'll get it settled.
Germany has elections on Sunday. What are your thoughts? What do you expect to happen in the elections on Sunday?
Who has elections?
Germany.
Oh, Germany. I wish them luck. We got our own problems. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, press.
We got our own problems. Don't have to worry about Germany. All right. Thank you, everybody.
What a way to start the weekend. All right, so we saw Howard Lutnick sworn in. We're going to play you in full what's happening with Kash Patel, the great 9th FBI director. As soon as that feed's coming in, we're going to go to that live. Obviously, double feature today when it comes to 2 great American patriots, 2 all-stars being sworn in. Just showed you, of course, the Secretary of Commerce. Coming up at any second now is the Kash Patel swearing in happening now at the White House. Of course, looking forward to showing you that as soon as our director gives us that directive. Again, the United States AG Pam Bondi will swear in Kash Patel as the FBI director. So you see, it says it right there on the fly, happening now. Kash Patel sworn in as the new director of the FBI. Looking forward to seeing that here live on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Again, as soon as I get that directive from the producers, I'll toss it over. And also, those of you being very patient on the streams today, thank you for doing that as we put 2 of the streams in one, basically, with Kash and Howard. But let's go to Kash Patel's right now.
I'm in life as a Democrat from New York. I'm okay with it because I knew him during his Democrat days, and that's okay. But I just want to say that he is going to help very strongly make America wealthy again, make America great again, and there's nobody that can do the job better. So, Mr. Secretary of Commerce, I just welcome you aboard. There's nothing you can do so big as this. There is no deal you can do that's bigger. Every deal, that's why you can never go back into business, because it seems like small potatoes, no matter how big it is, including even Cantor Fitzgerald. It's all small potatoes compared to what we're doing now. So.
All right, so obviously tech issues out of my hands, but we're working hard here at the network. Obviously CPAC live stream, plus the live stream of Howard Lutnick, and now to Kash Patel. So as soon as that gets lined up and ready to go, it's going to be a happy Friday here at Right Side because of great people, these all-stars being sworn in. We're showing you in full from the beginning to the end for both Kash Patel, and you just saw Howard Lutnick. Also, anything that you missed earlier in the day, whether it's President Trump's speech, we're going to be uploading all of it to Rumble and YouTube. Thanks for hanging tight with us right now as we are continuing to expand at the network. Here's Kash Patel.
Thank you all for being here today to celebrate Kash Patel. And I want to hurry and get him sworn in because I'm the happiest person today ever. All right, here we go. Place your hand on the guitar and raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear
I, Kash Patel, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Wow. First and foremost, we were just with President Trump, and I just want to thank him. I know he's not here in the room right now, but what a ride we have been on, what a courageous warrior and leader he has been, and the faith and trust he has put in me to lead the FBI is the greatest honor that I'll ever have in my life. And to General Bondi, that sounds pretty freaking cool. Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend. You're my boss, and the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard, the Constitution. So thank you for entrusting me, Pam. Oh, man, this is effing crazy. So obviously, you don't get here alone. You know, I'm here because of God. I'm here because of my family, and I'm here because of my friends. And you're literally in this room because you made it happen. My sister, Nisha, and my nephew, Aryan, flew in from London just to be here. My beautiful girlfriend, Alexis, is here. Yes, I agree. My aunts and uncles are here. They've come from all over the country. I am living the American dream. And anyone that thinks the American dream is dead, just look right here. You're talking to a first-generation Indian kid who's about to lead the law enforcement community, the greatest nation on God's green earth. That can't happen anywhere else. To the senators and the men and women of the United States House of Representatives, you placed an enormous trust in me, an enormous leap of faith. One that I didn't know that I could possibly earn back, but I'm going to spend every single day on this job doing so. The fact that you placed the confidence you did in me has inspired me to reach new heights at this job. I promise you the following. There will be accountability within the FBI and outside of the FBI, and we will do it through rigorous constitutional oversight starting this weekend. Yeah. This is great. We all used to live in the same freaking house. Yeah, I don't have any prepared remarks. I wish I could go around the room and, tell the story about how each and every one of you have magically touched my life to put me in this position. What a roller coaster ride it has been. I do know this. We are in this room together because you guys have a love of country that is truly inspirational, and it bleeds out everywhere we go. And if you look around this room, you see civil servants, you see warriors, you see attorneys, you see great husbands and fathers and mothers and wives. And we're fighting for the same thing, our future, our children, this guy. And there is no greater mission. I wish I had more words to thank every single one of you, but every time I look at every single one of you, you guys know the stories you can't tell. More importantly, the ones you can. This is, Pam and I were just talking in the back, and we were like, do you believe this? Like, we were on the campaign trail together. We were attorneys in the first administration together. Now we're here. She's the Attorney General. I'm the Director of the FBI. Like, this is insane. And I don't really fully believe it yet. I hope to. But I'm just not here without you guys. And look, I know the media's in here. And if you have a target, that target's right here. It's not the men and women at the FBI. You've written everything you possibly can about me that's fake, malicious, slanderous, and defamatory. Keep it coming. Bring it on. But leave the men and women of the FBI out of it. They deserve better. And for those of you who think that there's going to be a two-tier system of justice, not with Attorney General Bondi. There's a singular system of justice for all Americans, and there will be accountability. And the reason that this mission is so important is simply the following. 100,000 people last year raped. 100,000 people died of CCP fentanyl overdose and heroin. 17,000 homicides. Violent crime is out of control. We cannot have a United States of America where that is acceptable, where someone dies every 30 minutes, where someone ODs every 7, where someone's raped every 6. That cannot be allowed to continue, and it will not be allowed to continue. Our national security mission is equally as important. Anyone that wishes to do harm to our way of life and our citizens here or abroad will face the full wrath of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And if you seek to hide in any corner of this country or any corner of this planet, we will put on the world's largest manhunt, and we will find you, and we will decide your end state, not you. We will uphold the Constitution. We will uphold ourselves to the Constitution. The men and women at the FBI, I have your back because you have the backs of the American people. You will be held to the same high standard. Any deviation from that standard will not be tolerated at this Federal Bureau of Investigation. The men and women at the FBI who make us safe deserve better, and they are going to get it with our leadership and your support. God bless America, and God bless every one of you. I love this country. Everyone go to the Waldorf.
Well, there you go. Today, the American people welcome two great additions to this all-star lineup of cabinet picks, and outside of the cabinet, the FBI right there. Earlier, it was Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. Now, Kash Patel as the Director of FBI. So it's great to see both people in their respective positions. There are only 4 more people yet to be put at the posts that they were appointed to by the president. Elise Stefanik as the UN ambassador to the UN, Linda McMahon for the Secretary of Education, and Lori Chavez DeRemer, the Secretary of Labor. Jamieson Greer, the U.S. Trade Representative. After those 4 are approved when it comes to the Senate confirmation vote, the final vote, then it's a full cabinet, all picks from President Trump, all in the right position. That's great to see. Also, speaking of that, President Trump on Wednesday, February 26th, will have his first cabinet meeting, his first full cabinet meeting. It's going to be great. We'll have it here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Also, looking ahead to the president's schedule, on March 4th, he'll have a joint session in Congress. He'll be speaking to that joint session. We'll also have that here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. I know a lot of you have been watching either the CPAC stream. You now saw the Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce, swearing in, and Kash Patel as the Director of the FBI, the 9th Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation swearing in. If you missed any of that, we're going to be posting each of these clips, the Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce, and the FBI Director, Kash Patel, on our Rumble and YouTube pages so you don't miss a thing. You know, there's been a lot of live coverage over the past years here at this network. You've seen a lot of live events in real time. And those of you that are loyal to this network, regardless of streams and any technical issues, it's you and we the people that we're proud of, and thank you for being a part of this network. Obviously, we couldn't do it without you, but also our great sponsors as well. So it's been about, I believe, 10 years now that Right Side Broadcasting Network has been on the air, and my oh my, has it been a lot of live coverage. It's been quite awesome to see the network expand as we are into America First News as well, and whether it's reporting on various things going inside the Beltway, inside DC, 395 there, that Beltway, that highway, or outside the Beltway. We'll have that covered for you as best we can here at the network, again, as we expand. And we're just grateful for each of you guys that watch here live. So let's go to a number of sponsors before we close out this stream for the day. If there's any breaking news, we'll have it for you here, whether on this channel, this stream, or check us out on Truth Social or on X. Also, Facebook or wherever you follow us, thank you so much for doing that. You can download our app as well. And always, you can go to our website, rsbnetwork.com. All of it brought to you by a number of great sponsors, including mypillow.com. So that mega sale that you see right there, use that promo code RSBN, the mega sale. Also, if you'd like to donate to Right Side Broadcasting Network, even when there are a number of technical issues, it's all right. We're working on them. We're going to get them all taken care of as we move forward. But go and text RSBN to 801-801. As this is a free service to the people. The only way we continue to do this is through our great partnerships and sponsorships, but also through donations. So if you'd like to text RSBN to 801-801, please do. And also, which one, producer? Okay, we have one more sponsor for you, Colonial Metals Group. You see it right there on your screen. freegoldguide.com/RSBN. All I know is this: tax-sheltered IRA, 401k backed in gold and silver. It's tax-free. You can get a free gold kit, an info kit there, freegoldguide.com/RSBN. All right, so those are our sponsors. It's 5:14 Eastern Time. It's February 21st. We're 4 weeks and 4 days into the presidency, and we're just getting started. If you'd like, go ahead and watch the CPAC stream. I believe Carolyn Levitt was just on stage. And then, of course, tomorrow, check out President Trump at CPAC right here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. America, we love you. Thanks for watching. I'm Matthew Alvarez. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey, y'all, it's Silk from the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live Show. Look, don't forget to check me out right here on RSBN Network. Be sure to watch the show on Right Side Broadcasting Network, and I want you to support Right Side Broadcasting Network. Yes, it's imperative that you do so, okay? I look to see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Families across the nation have arrived at a heartbreaking crossroad to surrender their beloved animals at alarming rates due to inflation and soaring costs of living.
There are so many overcrowded shelters. So many dogs need a home, but it's all of us working together to solve this crisis.
This fight requires both doers and dollars. Join us at Big Dog Ranch Rescue. Please sign up today.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 6-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard MyPillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.
Welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network, your trusted conservative news outlet. At RSBN, we deliver the truth when the mainstream media falls short. Since 2015, we've proudly broadcasted every single one of President Trump's iconic MAGA rallies, bringing you the excitement and energy live before anyone else. By watching RSBN, you get an unfiltered front row view of the action on the ground. We interview the crowds to give a voice to millions of Americans just like you. We show you President Trump's speeches in their entirety, free from interruptions and censorship. We cover the stories that matter to you with the integrity and passion you deserve. Thank you for choosing RSBN as your home for America First News. Together, we stand strong, united, and informed. So join us and be part of the right side of history.